Hi guys, I'm Alicia, Camacho and welcome to this week's episode. Guys, this week is a very special episode. It's a very special week. And the reason being is that this episode marks my 1 year anniversary on YouTube. Whee! Boo! Boo! In all honesty, it's been really exciting to be part of YouTube for the past year and to share with you guys my opinions and my weird little stories that I found. And it's been a journey, you know. When I began YouTube, I actually didn't really want to do it, to be honest. It was a whole conversation with my dad and I was just like, I don't know if I want to do it. But essentially I had nothing to lose and everything to gain, so I decided, okay, let's give it a try. And here we are, 1 year later, and I'm still doing videos from all over wherever I go. Past year of doing YouTube, you guys have seen parts of Portugal, you guys have seen America, Atlanta, you've seen South Africa, and it's been really fun and exciting to be doing this. I can tell you that it hasn't always been easy though to come up with an episode every week. My episode's pretty basic, so it's literally like I shoot in a day, I edit in a day, and I pop it out the next day and, you know, put it up on the YouTube. But it hasn't always been easy to come up with a topic, and sometimes I'll think of a topic like 2 weeks in advance and I'll have like 3-4 weeks of content to shoot and I'll know exactly what I'm doing and I'll go into the episode and I've planned everything. And other times it's literally been on a whim and I've literally found the topic like not even like half an hour before I started shooting. And while there is no one else that is inconvenienced by this, you know, procrastination and delay, there is one person that is still affected, and that's me. So like if I don't want to stay up until 1 o'clock in the morning editing episodes, then I should really start planning better. But you know, I think that's also quite the fun and interesting part. It's a spur of the moment. It's what's happening around me, it's what I'm thinking about, it's what I'm interested in that moment. So something that I may be interested in now won't be something that I'm interested like in 3 weeks time. So it's always interesting to see how I come up with these stories and these things that I talk about and the topics that I put out there. A lot of these things are things that I do think about a lot in terms of myself and how I see things. I try to be very respectful in terms of how I say things and what I talk about. Whatever I talk about, I always try to make sure that I have reliable resources and, you know, interesting little things, you know, to make sure that whatever I'm talking about, you guys know that I'm not just pulling out of my butt, you know. It's not like a, oh, thumbs up. No, it's genuine topics that I find are very interesting. A lot of the things that I've done over the year has been really exciting for me to learn, especially like the whole birthdays and Halloween and Christmas and Easter, Valentine's Day. I haven't done Christmas. Very interesting to see how these traditions came about and, you know, who kind of basically made these things happen. Interesting information that I like to like just pass on to everybody else and just be like, yo, here's a fun nugget to share with people. And then what I also love to talk about is I love talking about TV shows, podcasts, books, movies. It's things that I enjoy. I mean, like, I am an actor. I would like to be in a movie one day. I'd like to direct a movie. I am writing a lot, so, you know, it's in between. I'm trying to just put myself out there, you know. And so in doing so, I've got to take a lot of information in and, you know, talking about movies and shows and how they're influencing and impacting society now, and talking about things that, you know, are like people never heard about. I'm hoping that I will be able to continue to bring you a lot more fun and interesting content. I kind of want to I'm thinking like, how am I gonna zhuzh things up, because now I've been here for years. Now I'm like, yes, I'm still a baby, but I still want to be able to, you know, grow and expand and change the look and feel of everything. But with my life being like so weird and like kind of on hold, which hasn't been great, because this year has been very difficult. I am looking to make things look better, make things look more professional, try to be a little bit more creative in the way I do edit the videos and music, and maybe I'll put in an intro. It might be fun, you know. Can you imagine an intro for this face? Yes. Welcome to Alicia. Prepare your senses for sensory overload. No, I'm joking, guys. But seriously, like, let's think about that. I'm not a big social media person, guys. You'll see I'll post on Instagram. I quit my Twitter, so I literally just have my Instagram now. And so I'm gonna try, the operative word being try, to get a little bit more social media savvy, but it's not my forte. It's weird because I'm an extrovert, but being on social media doesn't allow me to be the extrovert that I actually truly am. No, I'm an in-person extrovert. Elsewhere, I'm a little bit of an introvert. Because there's always got to be a growth in what you do and a change, because that's, baby doesn't stay baby forever, right? Interesting things to look forward to in the coming future. Hopefully, I have to plan these things, guys, because my brain is just too much happening. What has this past year being on YouTube taught me? Because you don't do something without learning lessons, and it's taught me a lot, guys. It's taught me that on bad days you just have to push through. Now, I always knew that as an actor. That was one of the things that we were always taught, that even if you're having a bad day, just try to push through and do what you have to do, because at the end of the day you have a job to do. Now, even though this doesn't pay, it is important to have a certain level of consistency. Now, I'm not very consistent on my social media, but I try to be consistent on my YouTube videos. You know, developing and making sure that I have the episodes out, to make sure that they're the right content, to try and make sure that they're not too long and that people don't hear me talk about my life too much. Sometimes I get too much information, and guys, to edit that down into like 12 minutes, which is like what I'm aiming for sometimes, and then I go to like 15 minutes. A little bit scary that someone can talk that much. See what is important, because I learn a lot of things when I'm doing the research for these episodes. I don't need to put everything in there, because as interesting as what it may sound, when I listen to it back and I watch it back, I'm like, nah, that's not very interesting. Making sure that I don't bore people, because sometimes I watch it and I'm like, oh gosh. But other times I look at the episode and I'm like, damn. Sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, what were you doing? Really. Another thing that it has also taught me is that I don't have anybody else that's pressurizing me. In terms of, like, I don't have anybody else's deadlines to meet. Nobody else is involved with this, so it's literally just me. So I am my own motivator, and let me tell you, it's difficult. It's not easy. Sometimes you will get those difficult days where you don't actually feel like doing anything. You don't want to be part of anything. You don't know what you want to say. You moody, like life just pees you off so early in the morning, and people are grating everything. You're just like, ugh, frustration. Some days you just like, you know, you don't feel up to it. You're just like, ugh, why am I doing this? Can't I just quit? Can't I just, It can get a lot. So being my own motivator and doing this for myself and not for anybody else has been something that I've had to learn to do. Not that I didn't have that before, because that's kind of always who I've been, and strong and independent, and, you know, I'm doing things that I need to do because no one else is going to do it for me. So YouTube has just reinforced that, you know, it's become a more important aspect when it comes to doing my YouTube videos, is that I'm not doing this for anybody else. I'm doing it for me. If I want to quit, I can quit anytime I want, but how good is that for me? And some days when I'm feeling terrible, you know, you just gotta push through, man. You just gotta do your best. It's not, you know, like every other YouTuber that's out there right now that's doing the most and, you know, living their lives and, you know, creating YouTube gangs and squads and stuff. I don't have a squad. Most of the people around me don't actually want to be on camera, which is very ironic and frustrating. And yeah. In conclusion, yes, this week is a very, very, very short episode. I literally just want to say thank you to everybody who has been following me for the past year. I have a total of 59 subscribers, which is really great for me. I find it fascinating that there are 59 people in this world who are interested in what I have to say, even though they don't always watch the episodes. Thank you. Thank you. And the fact that people are watching the episodes every now and then. You know, it's a small step, okay? But I'm not complaining. I'm grateful. I'm very, very grateful. So thank you. I actually lost track of what I was saying. So I was thanking everybody, and then there was something more that I wanted to add to that, but now I've forgotten. So forgive me. I'm doing this. I'm currently enjoying it. I've grown to enjoy it. I wasn't really feeling it in the beginning. I will definitely bring my ridiculous sense of humor, my opinions, whether you like them or not, my general sassiness and awkwardness, because everybody knows how awkward I am. If you don't know, please contact me and I will show you the level of awkwardness that is this human being. I am going back to Portugal. It's gonna be fun. I'm going to the cold. Yay, because I love winter. I will still continue to obviously do the episodes, so please do not think that I am, deserting you guys. Never do that, okay? I'm far too funny to do that. Sorry, that's very exciting. Thank you for your support. 52 episodes. I didn't think I would get you guys. Whee! I will continue to bring you fascinating content in the coming future. Please like, share, and subscribe to this beautiful face. Okay, because she loves you very much. Remember, if you want to see more of this beautiful face or more of her week or whatever she's posting or talking about, you can follow me on my social media, which is Alicia Camacho _official. Remember, you are awesome, you are great, and you are loved. And I really appreciate your support.